His neighbors described him as quiet, polite, brilliant even. His colleagues called him one of the most gifted scholars they had ever met. For years, nobody suspected a thing. For years, 29 girls were living in his apartment, and nobody knew. Anatoly Moskvin, Nizhny Novgorod, Russia. By every measure, an extraordinary human being, fluent in 13 languages, a published Celtic scholar, a respected historian, a man who had walked over 700 cemeteries across Russia, documenting forgotten graves. Authorities actually used him as a consultant, trusted his knowledge, valued his expertise. He attended academic conferences, published research papers, gave lectures. He was the last person anyone would look at twice. That was not an accident. That was the design. Behind the door of his apartment, a world that defied comprehension. Moskvin had been visiting cemeteries, not just to document them. He had been returning at night, alone, and for years, across multiple cemeteries, he had been exhuming the bodies of young girls, mummifying them, dressing them in handmade clothing, giving them names, placing music boxes inside them so they would play music when someone walked past. 29 of them, living in his apartment, arranged around his living space, like a family. He called them his daughters. He celebrated their birthdays. He read to them at night, and every morning he went to work, gave lectures, smiled at colleagues, and came home to them. This is the part that psychologists still study. How? How does a man live like this for years, in an apartment building, surrounded by neighbors, and nobody knows? The answer is chilling in its simplicity. He was exactly who he appeared to be, intelligent, quiet, respectful. He didn't act strangely, he didn't raise suspicions. He maintained his academic career with complete professionalism. Criminologists call it compartmentalization, the ability to separate two completely different realities so completely that neither bleeds into the other. Moskvin had perfected it, to a degree that left even experienced investigators struggling to reconcile the man they interviewed with what they found in his apartment. They kept saying the same thing. He seemed so normal. 2011, his parents visited his apartment, something they rarely did. When they opened the door, they found the dolls. His mother thought at first they were mannequins. Then she looked closer. Police were called. Moskvin was arrested. When investigators asked him why, he said he was lonely, that he simply wanted a family. He was declared mentally ill, committed to a psychiatric facility. He has never expressed remorse. In interviews from the facility, he still refers to the girls by the names he gave them, still celebrates their birthdays, still calls them his daughters. In his mind, they are still there, waiting for him to come home. The scariest monsters don't look like monsters. They look like the most normal person in the room, and they are always the last one anyone suspects.